So if the description is in English, I guess the book is in English also. But that's the only place I found it, so there wasn't anything else coming up. But again, you know, if you don't find that book, there's many other good books. That's the good thing about now, maybe almost too many, that so many Buddhist practitioners who are, you know, have studied psychology and all these kinds of things, then and scientists like, you know, Richard Davidson, or what's his name, the German one, with his daughter, Tanya Singer. Yeah, Tanya Singer, who is a neurobiologist and a Buddhist, and then Paul Ekman. I don't know if you know him, and his daughter Eva, I think is Ekman, Eva Ekman. And so there's so many people who have studied like Western psychology, philosophy, or scientific background, and then studied Buddhism, and now they're bringing this together.
Also, Jack Kornfield. Huh? Jack Kornfield also is a...
Yeah, but Jack Kornfield is one of the first ones, you know, so yeah. Jack Kornfield, Daniel Goldman, Sharon Salzberg, those are the ones, the dinosaurs of this whole thing. But now it's like new ones coming up, like younger ones. That's what I mean, yeah. Because I think, you know, also psychology has changed a lot since he studied it. So, but also he's a fantastic teacher. I don't want, by all means, I don't want to kind of, you know, put him down. And Paul Ekman, did anybody see the movie Inside Out? It's a cartoon. I think it's called Inside Out. It's about emotions. You know, about the little girl who doesn't want to eat broccoli. And then, yeah, has anybody seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, so usually they think it's a movie for children, but it's not, because it explains exactly how our emotions can be very helpful. Because again, you know, don't make the mistake by thinking that, oh, if I become a Buddhist, I'm not allowed to have any emotions anymore. Anger, to show us that something is wrong, is very necessary. But then we're not being hijacked by the anger. You know, it just opens up our eyes. And then we try to calm down, and then we do something about this, you know. So also, we do need a certain level of attachment, otherwise we die. I mean, it's like, please do not go to extremes. Can you write his name? Yeah, his name is here. Look, Tilman Borgard. It's written in the text here, in the link. Or what do you want me to write? Because I don't know, maybe this goes for NIF, that you have to write a name. I'm not sure what Edna wants. What name do you want, Edna? Which name? No, why I mentioned Paul Ekman is because he was involved in making that movie. So he's a Buddhist psychologist, and so he helped them make the movie. That's why I mentioned him. So from the Buddhist perspective also, it's a very interesting movie. Okay. So let's do that final meditation in this parting from the four attachments.
If I can just say, there were 6 people who wrote me, so if you can stay for a few minutes after the teachings, then we can discuss together. It will be more comfortable.
Yeah, okay.
If possible.
Great, whoever wants to stay. So is it okay, Tommy, to leave?
No, I will send another link. Just write me or text me or whatever, and I'll send another link.
You can send a link, and then you can discuss it with everybody together. That's a good idea. That's the best way of doing it. You know what I do usually also when we do things here in Bern? I just leave so that there's still some kind of Sangha feeling. So very often I leave the Zoom open until nobody is there anymore. So if they want to continue discussing and talking about their children and dogs and newest recipes or whatever, it's fine. You know, that is also Sangha, that we share all kinds of things together, because otherwise it's a little bit like cold a little bit. So that's why. But yeah, if you do this separately, then that's a good idea. Okay, so then just again, you know, try to sit with the straight back, connect with your body. And really relax. A happy, content feeling. Not that it's quickly over, maybe. Of course, you can have that feeling, that's okay. But having, being able to having endured me for these 2 days, and to talk about this actually not easy things. Now they're easy to understand, as opposed to emptiness. Emptiness is difficult to understand. Love, compassion, wisdom, love, compassion, self-concern, all this is easy to understand, but it's difficult to implement, but it's easy to understand. Emptiness, it's worthwhile to spend time and like patience and to hear this again and again and again and again. The reasoning, the analyzing, the points, how you analyze, until you get some at least intellectual understanding of it, so that you're not negating too much and then throw everything out. That's important. So, okay, so we said connect with your body. Experience the body. The body is sitting. So we can use it, this, idea of emptiness already with the body. Okay, what is the body? Where is the body? Try to go a little bit instinctively. Don't put too much like intellect. Like we very normally say, my body, and then we have some kind of idea. What is it? So what is the body? Now that we're analyzing, we're looking, where is it? So you can try to find the body in your toes, in your feet, in your legs, or anywhere else, in your tummy, in your brain, in your ears. Like before you look, you're convinced that there's a real body. It feels, it appears as if there is a findable body. If it exists really, it has to be findable. But where is the body? But then also you can't say the body is just in the head, it's just an idea. Because for the idea, you need a basis. Which are the parts and particles of your body. But also those, when you look for them, you can't really find them. If you say the arm is a part of the body, but then what is the arm? Is it the upper arm, the elbow, the lower arm? And if you go even further down, you can say, well, okay, it's the cells of the body, but also those have parts. Until you go further and further and further and further down, and then you come to what the quantum physicists are saying. You can't find anything objectively existing separate from your mind. But it feels like that, it appears like that. There's a real body, my body, your body. Okay, then we start to look at the mind, awareness. Is that one big lump? Or does it also have parts? So where is the mind? Is it the happy mind? Is it the unhappy mind? Is it the perception? Is it the sensations? Is it the thoughts? Again, we go, well, it's all of it. Yes, kind of it's all of it, but it's not really all of it, because that would mean we just have to put it together and then it becomes a mind. Doesn't make much sense. Because if all the particles or the parts of the mind are not the mind itself, when you put them together, how can it become a mind? It's like saying 10 apples who are not an orange, you put them together, it's an orange. But instinctively, it feels like this. Same as with the bicycle. You put the parts together, it becomes a bicycle. As if there is a little bit of bicycle in each part. That's the wrong concept. That's the mistake we're making. We're kind of mistaking the label for the basis. And the basis is very subtle, like in quantum physics. So we add too much to the label. Okay, so we have a body, we have a mind, we looked at both of them, and then on top of it, we project an I, a me, or a self. Which especially, we can feel it when things are getting tight, dangerous, when we are upset, or when the negative emotions are there. And so this one, when we look for it, we have to look for it in the body and in the mind, because that's the parts of this I, seemingly. So maybe remember a situation or think about a situation that would make it come up. Like somebody accusing you wrongly that you have stolen something or broken something or made some other mistake. Then, immediately wanting to defend yourself. I didn't do this. So try to experience it. How does it feel? If you don't look, it really feels like a brick somewhere. Somewhere in the chest, or maybe in the throat, maybe in the stomach. How does it appear? So here it's about appearance. When something like this happens, all of a sudden, from who knows where, this feeling of I or me is coming up when you're upset, angry, frustrated. So try to hold it, try to hold the experience, because if you're not looking, it seems permanent, real. The moment you start to look, what happens to the strong feeling of me or I? Does it change its appearance or does it remain the same? What happens if you challenge it and you go like, hey, who are you? You're the troublemaker. Why are you doing this? So then we really need to ask the question, hey, I have a feeling of having one I or one me. So now who is talking to whom? Who is looking for the I? Because when we think like this, we don't have a feeling of having two I's or two me's. It's only one. But we can talk to this I. So who is talking to this I? Don't forget, you don't have to find an answer here, okay? You're just looking. This is important. You don't have to find anything. So we have a body and we have a mind. These are the only two places where we can find this I. So is the I or the me, is it the body? Is it part of the body? Is it findable in the body? If so, where? You might feel that when you start to examine like this feeling, very strong feeling of I, if you don't feed it with thoughts about a difficult situation, it just fades away. When we start to see the nature of it, it dissolves itself into its nature of emptiness. But it can also be, if you do this for the first time, that it starts to rebel and there's fear, and maybe your heart is beating, but just your heart beating. Because the I doesn't want to be recognized as being just an appearance. We're so used to have it. We're so used to follow it and to pamper it. That's quite frightening when somebody comes and says, hey, but it doesn't exist the way that it appears. So maybe this is the first time you're really listening to your I or to your me, or the wisdom mind. And then we can communicate with it. And then maybe for the first time, just ask it, okay, I'm here now, I'm listening. I've never been really listening before, but now I'm here. I know that you are suffering. I know that you're afraid. I know that you're not content. So what do you really want? What is it that you need in order to be calmer, happier, more open? No need to find any answers, okay? Just being present. And very often when we look at it in a very tender, gentle way, it relaxes. And what remains is just awareness and space. So just notice in the foreground what you are experiencing. Let go of like thinking actively. Just experience and notice your thoughts, the sensations, the images, the sound of my voice. Let everything be just as it is. Then notice your own presence. This formless awareness in the background. The one who looks, the one who knows. The one who doesn't judge. Can you sense the silence, the stillness? The openness that lets everything be just as it is. Just relax and rest in this awareness and become that awareness. So sometimes we get glimpses of it. But then very quickly the mind fixates on something again, perhaps on a thought about what's next. So this is very natural because we're used to think all the time, to plan, to prepare. So then rather than struggle to sustain awareness of awareness, which is another doing, being aware of the awareness, simply be mindful that again, there is fixation. So then out of that stillness and out of that spaciousness, we send some loving kindness, first to ourselves. May I be safe. May I be protected from physical and mental harm. May I be strong, healthy, and peaceful, loving and free from fear. And may I be able to live my life with joy and ease amidst all the difficult situations. And then we open up our hearts, and then again we think, if I have a feeling of being special, my life becomes very complicated. If I think in a more realistic way, I am just a tiny, tiny, tiny particle in this universe. There is so many other beings out there. And we are all one. We all want to be happy, and nobody wants to suffer. In that aspect, we are all the same, and that's a fact. This is not based on misconception. So simple, and it's so true. Nobody wants to suffer. Everybody wants to be happy. So then we send these loving thoughts or this loving energy. You can visualize it in the form of light, like, loving kindness in your heart, in the center of your body as a ball of light. It has the power to heal, to support, to create harmony, to bring wisdom, compassion, and love. And slowly, slowly, that light in your heart, it expands so that it fills your whole body. And then it radiates out of all our pores, like the sun that shines in all directions. Our goodwill for everybody to be happy. Our wish, may nobody be harmed. May all beings be safe and protected from physical and mental harm. We send the thoughts with this light to the east, to the west, to the north, to the south, above and below. May all beings be strong, healthy, free from fear, loving and peaceful. And may all beings be able to live their lives with joy and ease without anybody getting harmed. So from now and in the future, whoever sees me, hears me, touches me, thinks about me, talks about me, or talks to me, may it only be of benefit to them. Okay. So we can do the final dedications. Of course, we always kind of dedicate for the long life of our masters. So we have the dedication prayer for His Holiness Dalai Lama, but also for all other masters that are teaching the path to full awakening. So Tommy, can I have your help again? And you recite it with the others in Hebrew?
אוקיי. בארץ זו, המוקפת רכסי הרים ושלגים, מקור הרווחה והאושר ללא יוצא מן הכלל, אבל לא כי תשבר הערה והעוצמה, תן זנגיאצו, לו תיוותר עד קץ הקיום.
Okay, then we do this one.
בזכות חסד זה, לו השיג במהרה את מצב הגורו בודהה, ולו הוביל למצב זה את כל הנודדים, עד אחד.
And this one.
לו תודעת ההערה העילאית תקרת הערך, שטרם נולדה תיוולד, לו זו שנולדה לא תתנוון ותסגה עוד ועוד.
Okay, and then this one from Shantideva, which is a short version of the 10th chapter of dedication.
לכל בעלי התודעה, כל הסובלים בגופם ובנפשם, יזכו באוקיינוס של אושר ושמחה, בזכות חסד זה שצברתי. לו לא יסבול איש, יחלה או יעשה רע, לא יפחד ולא ימעיט בערכו, בגלל תודעה השגועה בדכדוך. לא יראו העברים מראות, לא ישמעו החרשים צלילים, וכל מי שגופו קורע תחת עול, יחדש את כוחותיו במנוחה. לו ישיגו העירומים מלבוש, והרעבים מזון. לו ימצאו הצמאים מים, ומשקה טעים שירווה את גרונם. לו יזכו האביונים בשפע, ומי שתש כוחם מצער יתמלאו שמחה. לו יהיו למיואשים תקווה, עושר מתמיד ורווחה. לו ירדו הגשמים בעיתם, ויהיו היבולים מצויים בשפע. לו יועילו התרופות, והתפילות המיטיבות תישאנה פרי. לו ירפאו כל החולים והסובלים במהרה ממכאוביהם. לו ייעלמו כל המחלות מן העולם ולא יופיעו עוד. לו יחדלו הפוחדים לפחד, וישוחרר כל מי שכבול. לו יינתן לחסרי הישע כוח, ובני האדם יבקשו להיטיב זה עם זה. כל עוד יש חלל, וכל עוד חיים בו בעלי תודעה, לו אמשיך להתקיים גם אני, כדי למגר את סבלות העולם.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's it. These were the departing from the four attachment in a very short way, short form. You know, me not being in Israel at the moment, of course, it's not so nice, but also it saves me the pain of leaving next Tuesday. So I'm already here. So there will be, Leora, this year, no tears. What can we do, Leora Price? Because
I'm already trying to organize your visit soon. So there will be some tears, but we'll enjoy your visit.
Yeah, we'll enjoy the visit in the, in the future when we can meet again. But thank you very much for listening to me to these few weekends that we had together. For me, it was very joyful. For you, thank you very much for making the effort, because I know your lives are complicated and they're busy, and still, you take the time to listen, and to put it into practice. So I would like to thank you very much. And it's always very nice and very inspiring teaching to you people.
Anila.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you very much for these teachings. They've been very meaningful. I said it yesterday, I think, in these times. And thank you everybody for being here and participating and practicing, all of us. It's been wonderful for me all these 2 months and Wednesdays. So thank you. And thanks a lot for the great people in the Dharma Friends of Israel. They've been helping me throughout everything. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anila. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're very, very welcome. Thank you. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tommy, for organizing it, and the Dharma Friends and everybody.
Thank you, Anila.
Depending arising.
Thank you.
Take care. Stay healthy. Keep discipline. Kind of, wash your hands and try not to see too many people. Yeah. So
Thank you, Anila.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tammy. Thank you.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
For the inspiring.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. So I'll stay until the last one is gone.
Sorry.
I'll be the last one to go. But then at least we have some kind of goodbye feeling. And maybe at the end there will be tears, who knows?